Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I hope everybody's had a great week during the fortification and are ready for the next event coming up. And of course, I hope you've been waiting for the next Talk Dragon Tuesday, which comes every Tuesday right here on my channel. If you're not already subscribed or hitting that little bell, make sure you do so you don't miss out on these videos. They are the most popular on my channel for a good reason. So here's where you're going to be able to find all the newest information for each week as War Dragons releases it. Some things are going to be exclusive because of the creators faction, and there is definitely some exclusive information coming this week, so be sure to stick around so you know exactly what to look out for. Now, before we get into all the nitty-gritty details, of course, I want to, let everyone know that one of the best things about going and supporting your creators faction members by subscribing to their channels or to their social media is we get to do weekly giveaways. Now today, here after we go through everything, I'll tell you exactly how you can enter the giveaway for this week because it is changing. I tend to be late getting my drawing done because it's a lot of typing. So I've got a new way you're going to be doing this, and it's actually going to be better because a lot of players don't enter because they don't want their in-game name associated maybe with their YouTube channel. So I've got a new, more private way you guys will be able to do this. And I think that everyone is going to find it much easier, including myself, because all I'll have to do is click print. So it's going to be much, much better. So be sure to stick around so you know all the details that you need to know in order to do this $20 in-game pack giveaway. And I see many people in LC that watch my videos and talk to me, but I'm not seeing your names. So make sure you get your name in there so that you can possibly win. Now, we will go over the details on that just in a little bit, so be sure you stick around. All right, now, first of all, the breeding event is coming. Now, those of you that are surprised by this, we went over the fact that that War Dragons has actually changed the cadence. So you're going to see it every 3 weeks unless they change it back. If you don't like it, it doesn't do any good just to sit around and gripe in LC or to each other. You've got to actually tell them. I'm not saying that that'll make a difference, but if enough people speak up and say, look, this is affecting my gaming, this makes me not want to play, then be sure to speak up. I know a lot of players aren't really affected by it because they're like, look, I was getting 3 dragons every time, but now I'm just getting 2, where I was getting 2 and now I'm just getting 1. It's just I'm getting dragons more often. It's not really affecting that. However, there are a lot of players that it's affecting outside of that, and I see it in LC all the time. But if you don't have your dragons to breedable, be sure to start on that because tomorrow the breeding event will go live. All right, guys, so that is, of course, what's coming up, but there's news coming during this. Now, I know it's a breeding event. I know it's not a fortification. However, the Earth Flak Tower will be coming tomorrow as well. Now, the Earth Flak Tower will be available to build during the breeding event, but you might want to think about saving that for the next fortification since we do know that they come around so often. Now, the reason I say that is because of the embers. Those embers are worth so many points, so you've got to really think about that. Let's go ahead and go over the facts of this tower. Now, the first one is going to be that it is an elemental tower, so it will deal elemental damage to attacking dragons, which means if they have certain resists, it may affect it. Now, its ability for super shots, of course, is going to put an HP buff for the nearby towers, as well as putting an invincible shield over those nearby towers, which is pretty awesome. And we'll go over why in just a little bit. Now, as for the specifics on the range, it is a normal range compared to the other flaks out there. And of course, the super shot abilities will only affect those nearby it, which means like on the same island specifically. Just remember that when you start putting them together. However, also keep in mind that it does buff other non-flak towers. Unlike with the Electro Flak where it would boost up other flaks, this will boost all towers within the same island, which is the 5-spot islands. Now, with this also being said, this means it's basically a storm tower and an ice turret together with its effects, but you cannot keep it on an island with a storm tower. It can be absorbed by elemental barriers and can be blocked by the crystalline shield. Now, however, it cannot be inverted to reduce the damage from other dragons. Now, let's look at the specifics of these. Like, for example, whenever you go to build this this Earth Flak, there is going to be a leveling that you have to go by. For example, with level 65, you'll be able to build 1, a level 70 a 2, 80 a 3, a 90 a 4, a 95 a 5 you can build, and then once you reach level 100, you can build 6, and then 105 your maximum of 8. So once you reach 105, you will be able to build up to 8 of these and no more. So that means no more than 1 per island. When it comes to the level, the HP, and the attack power, I went ahead and broke it down by like, oh, oops, and I made a mistake on here. Please ignore that it says level 76. It should say 75. But a level 10 tower is going to give you, a total of 38,000 HP and attack of about 10k. So if you look here at level 50, is going to make a 4.4 million HP with a 779,000 attack power. So its attack power and its HP are not going to be equal to things like the other Flaks. You know, a lot of their attack power base attack will be stronger. And keep in mind, guys, these will take embers. So if you don't have the embers prepared for this, then you're not going to be able to build this anyway. So a level 10 isn't going to do you much good. You might be better off with a higher level storm tower until you get it to a specific level in general. Now, what about this tower compared to the other towers like it? I went through and I figured up the exact HP, attack power, and the super shot, which is a special attack on each of these specific towers, because it really has a lot of the same aspects. For example, it is a Flak. So in comparison to a dark Flak has a stronger HP by a little bit, but it has more than double, I would say almost triple or more when it comes to the attack power and the super attack. So you're not going to see the stunning effect and the hardcore, hits coming in from the Earth Flak like you do with the Dark Flak Tower. However, if you'll notice, the Ice Turret and the Storm Tower only have a health of 2.1 million, which is comparable to the Earth Flak. The Earth Flak is just a little bit more at 2.5 million. And then when it comes to the attack power, of course, your Storm Tower does not have much attack power at 373k, and then your your Ice Turret at a little over 500k, where this one does have over 600k, which is near 700,000 in total. And then the special attack, of course, this one definitely wins by comparison to those two. So if you're replacing a Flak, not the best, but if you're trying to consolidate, this would be a great way to consolidate what would be a turret and a storm tower. So if you're lower level and you're just starting out in this game, I would almost suggest this before you build the other two items. And I say almost because I'm not quite sure yet. One of the things about the storm tower is, yes, it creates the shield, but it doesn't need a super shot to do it, where this will need a super shot in order to do so. So it's only going to be really all that effective whenever you see someone actually defending your base. So I'm not for sure. I personally would like to definitely see how this works for the week and see if somebody else does a review on this before I go and put my embers in this, especially during a time where you're not going to gain points. So I really do suggest that you hold back and don't build this before the fortification. It's totally you guys. It's your game. You do what you want. So if you feel that it's time to build this, build that sucker. But if you do, please come back here and comment on the video and let us know what you think of it. Is it, for example, putting the invincible shield up without a super shot? That's the kind of thing I want to know. And I can't wait to see what runes come out with this. Now, that is the big news of the week. However, let's talk about the big question, which is, how do you enter in this week's $20 in-game pack giveaway? Now, number one, everybody here will be fairly chosen on a live video where I will pull your name out of out of a bowl, usually on the weekend. I'm really going to start pushing for Friday nights, however, due to some changes that are going to be in this drawing. So the changes are, you are going to go to the very bottom of this video and you are going to put hashtag EarthFlak. Once you have done that, you're going to go to the details section of this video and there will be a link where you can enter for a winning of the contest. Now, this will take you to a form where you can enter your in-game name and you won't be asked for any personal information. It will not be shared with anyone. But once you enter that specific zone, it will be put on a list for me to print up on Friday or Saturday and do the live drawing. So don't miss out on this opportunity. Now, don't forget to check back in the next coming days because I have some more. But before you leave, at the end of the credits, I actually have my recruiting video up because we are open. I believe we have 4 or 5 slots that we'd like to have filled. So if you're interested in joining me on my team, be sure to send me a message. You can either get a hold of me in line at Royal Pain Wife, or you can just look us up in the game, which is the Royal Guardians. You'll see it right here in the imagery. Anyways, that is it for today, guys. I will talk with you guys tomorrow.
You? It's RPW here. Yeah, I'm looking at you. I see you wanting to play with others, but there's nobody to talk to. Because your team isn't active. Probably even low in team event rates, too. Want to know a secret? We're active. Oh, so active. We place high scores in events, too. Oh, and we do have the full Atlas experience. Come on, what are you waiting for? Come join us and see what it's like to be a part of a real team. We do have a couple of requirements. You must use line, participate in wars and events, read your emails, be 18 years of age or older, and of course, enjoy laughing, because I know I do. I look forward to flying with you.